Look what I found! Christmas cat! I found a Christmas cat. This is Rocky, the Christmas cat. Can you say hi, Rocky? No? He doesn't want to, okay? All right, well that's that then. Hey, wake up, sleepyheads. Wake up, it's me. It's your old pal, Say Goodnight Kevin. It's time for Christmas. I just woke up, actually, from a 6-month-long nap, and it was beautiful. I am now in my my cap, and I have woken up from a long winter's nap, and I'm gonna review a movie, so why don't we do that now and stop lollygagging? This year, I found out, someone told me that there are not one, but 2 movies that are inspired by the relationship of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. If you follow my channel for a long time, you'd know that I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan. I've done several videos about Taylor Swift. I'm quite the Swifter. To the uninitiated, a Swifter is somebody who is a big fan of Taylor Swift. Kind of like the Swifter Sweeper that you might get for Christmas, maybe. I don't know. Another thing that I love is football. All right, football! You know, big football fan, huge football guy. I've done tens of videos about football and my love for football and football movies. I also am really into Hallmark style movies. And so the fact that when I heard that these 2 movies came out, I was like, I need to wake up. How could I not come back and review at least one of these movies, maybe 2? I don't know if I'll have time before Christmas to review a second movie, but I'll at least check out one of the movies. They seem to be basically tailor-made for my channel. Tailor-made. Tailor-made. As a huge Swifter and a huge foothead. Today we're gonna check out the movie Holiday Touchdown, a Chiefs love story. There's another movie called, I don't even remember. I don't know. Something about football. Christmas in the Spotlight. That one seems to be a little more like Taylor Swift inspired. It's actually about a pop star who dates a professional football player, and I assume it probably focuses on the fact that he can't afford proper football pads. This one is not about that. I decided to go with this one because this one is officially sanctioned by the NFL.
From Hallmark and the NFL.
So I'm almost guaranteed to get a copyright strike on this video and maybe have my channel taken down, and then I never have to make videos again. Merry Christmas, everybody. Woohoo! I'm kidding. There's no doubt in my mind that this movie could have been just for any team. They probably wrote it and were like, let's try to pitch this to some team and then make it about that. Personally, I'm a Lions fan. I can't imagine a Lions movie like this. When there's movies about the Lions, typically it's like a sports documentary about Barry Sanders and it features Eminem and Jeff Daniels. When the Chiefs do it, it's a partnership with Hallmark and it stars washed up sitcom actors. So, but there's only one way to find out if this movie is any good, and that's to, I don't know, watch it. So grab your typewriters. Don't leave them at your ex-girlfriend's apartment. I mean, who uses a typewriter anyway? Get ready for my review of Holiday Touchdown, a Chiefs love story. I had to look down to see if that was really what it was called because it seemed just that ridiculous. All right, so the movie begins with, of course, voiceover, where our main character, Elena, tells us about how her family became the biggest Chiefs fans of all time.
We're what happens when you mix Christmas, fate, and football.
Her family basically exists because of the Chiefs. And not in the sense of like, man, I live for the Chiefs. My whole reason for living is the Chiefs. No, her family literally exists because her grandparents met at a Chiefs game. Their 2 families had season tickets, so literally she wouldn't exist and her parents would have never met if it hadn't been for the Chiefs. We learned that whole story.
That's all it took.
Wonk, wonk. Come on, 1989? Don't think I didn't catch this obvious Bowling for Soup reference. 1989. But seriously though, folks, come on. We can already tell from just this editing decision which of the 2 sponsors' audiences this movie's going to be catering to. Because they opt to make the Taylor Swift 1989 reference by forfeiting the illusion that they're actually sitting at the 1989 football game, because this B-roll obviously comes from an earlier game because the goalposts were moved from the goal line to the end line in 1974. Come on, people! Don't you care at all about football like I do?
Now, if there was ever a child born to be the Chiefs' #1 fan,
We also get a hint right here that her family is the reason the Chiefs have had winning seasons lately. But we'll get into that later.
but more on that later. Right now, I have to get the shop ready for the holidays. A lot of people in the neighborhood know about our family's history with the team and how it connects to Christmas. But this Christmas,
It's time for everyone to know.
Oh my goodness, don't scare me like that. Why are you talking directly to me? What is this, Deadpool?
It's time for everyone to know.
That's the only time she does that in the whole movie. Now that we've learned her family's entire backstory, or at least as much as they need you to know right now, it's time for us to meet the family. Her dad's side of the family owns like this sports Chiefs memorabilia type store, like a pawn shop just for Chiefs stuff, but they also sell new stuff. It's Chiefs dedicated merch store. So we hop on into that store where we meet her parents, played by the mom from Grounded for Life and that guy from the Drew Carey Show. And what kind of lame Christmas movie would it be if they didn't have the joke about how people don't like fruitcake?
We told Carol we liked it once, just to be nice.
30 years ago.
I still don't know what's in it.
This is a side note, but this fruitcake thing annoys me. I'm not a big fan of fruitcake. It's the meme-ification of the joke that people just keep repeating the same joke.
Oh, I hate fruitcake. I hate candy corn. The joke is that I don't like this thing.
It was funny when Pee Wee Herman did it.
The fruitcake.
Oh, a fruitcake. How thoughtful.
It's not funny now. That really grinds my gears. But with one played out Christmas joke out of the way, it's time for another one.
Oh boy.
Okay, Grandpa, let me help you.
Christmas lights, am I right?
Okay.
Well, let's continue slowly introducing each member of her family, why don't we?
Oh, hi, Mom and Dad.
Hey.
Richard Reel? Is that how you say his name? Reel? How many Grounded for Life actors are in this movie? Did they cast him because he kind of looks like Andy Reid? Am I the only one who thinks that?
Bundarooski.
This is Alana's grandparents on her mother's side, and they own a local barbecue joint. They're just a real hoot. Watch how they get customers.
Wonder what that delicious smell outside was.
It's the barbecue place on the corner.
Oh, I should totally eat there.
Here's a coupon.
Thank you.
Oh, you guys. Oh, old people. I also assume that this guy's probably some sort of cameo. We get a lot of those. Then we get to Elena, who has a big announcement. And it's not that she's met a guy, as all of us and everyone in her family wishes that it was, because that's obviously the most important thing for a woman, is to meet a guy. She's unfulfilled and is nothing, worthless, trash, unless she has a man to complete her.
A new fellow.
We were getting a little worried.
We were afraid you were one of those they-thems we've heard about.
It is someone from the Chiefs fan engagement department. An engagement! I am trying to tell you guys that we are finalists for the Fan of the Year award.
Holy cow.
Thank you.
All right, so that's the girl, that's the family, that's the setup for the movie. They are finalists for the Chiefs Fan of the Year award. Wow. Now, obviously, it's going to be a love story. It's going to be a Chiefs love story, in fact, and it's going to also have a boy. And that boy happens to be Derek.
Derek.
He actually works for the Chiefs, but he is not a Chiefs fan, as the movie makes very clear. He grew up out of the country because his parents, as the movie tells us later,
My parents are in the hotel industry, so I kind of lived all over Europe.
but now he's the Chiefs' director of fan engagement. He's so much not a football fan, he likes soccer.
A soccer fan?
Oh,
Yeah, I like soccer.
You've been doing an amazing job the past few months.
Thank you. Love working here.
Almost as much as I love talking out of the side of my mouth.
How about we work on showing it?
Why don't you have any Chiefs stuff? Everybody in America is a Chiefs fan.
Okay, well, that's accurate.
Quip, quip, quippity quip. Nobody communicates like genuinely in this movie. It's always some sort of quip. I love it. But it's not just his boss. Derek's getting peer pressured by all of his coworkers. Everybody's shaming him and making him feel like you really have to learn the city of Kansas City. Kansas City, I think.
you should try and get out a little, Derek.
How do you expect to engage with Kansas City fans when you have no idea what fuels them?
I have been meaning to try some Kansas City barbecue.
come on.
The greatest sin of all, outside of not knowing anything about the Chiefs, is not knowing anything about Kansas City barbecue. So they recommend the place.
Welcome to Norma and Nick's. What can I get you, hon?
Norma and Nick's? But that's the main character's grandparents' store.
Holy cow!
And this is also where we get another cameo.
I've never tried Kansas City barbecue before.
I'll be honest, I had no freaking clue who this person was, but I knew, based on her acting chops, she must be somebody.
I'll take a Norma and Nick's super platter for this newbie.
Some of you guys are yelling at the screen saying, yeah, I know who that is. It's Travis Kelce's mom. Ooh, what a get.
He's handsome. Is he new in town?
Is he new in the tiny little small town of Kansas City? Hey, that guy's brand new in this metropolis. How big is Kansas City? I'm gonna look it up. Over 500,000. That's a lot of people. That's too many people for you to just know when somebody new comes to town. So this is where Elena's mom and Elena's, I think her name's Elena. If that's wrong, nobody will care. Elena's mom and Elena's grandma really show how thirsty they are for their granddaughter to have a husband.
All right.
I'm Norma Young. That's me up on the wall. Look at those cheekbones.
Okay, Grandma, let's all calm down, all right?
How do you like the food?
It's incredible.
Huh?
I just wish I didn't wait so long to try it.
Well, it's practically criminal. It's like living in Paris and never having a baguette.
Gosh, the pizzicatos are doing a lot of heavy lifting.
So how does your wife or girlfriend like Kansas City so far?
Holy cow!
It's just me.
They use jingle bells in this movie like it's a...
And of course, right here, this afternoon.
And of course, right here, this afternoon.
What's happening this afternoon?
Stick around and find out. I'll bring you a flyer. I'll get you some more sauce.
Ladies, you don't have to try this hard. It's a Hallmark movie. They're going to end up together. And just at that moment, who to our wondering eyes should appear?
This is our new friend, Derek. He just moved to Kansas City this fall.
I'm
Nice to
sorry,
meet
my
you.
hand is covered in your grandma's sauce.
She's in charge of the oldest Christmas traditions in town.
Wow, how do you get that job? And who's in charge of the new ones?
Oh, well, a Norma and Nick newbie.
So that's like an official thing.
Oh, yeah.
What are we laughing about?
I am so embarrassed.
Don't be. They are so cute.
Well, so are otters until they rip your face off.
Danger, Eric, danger, get out of the early red flag that she might be a little crazy.
Here's some of my famous banana pudding.
But this banana pudding comes at a cost.
I don't know how to think yet.
I'm sure we can find a way.
Wonk, wonk. So essentially, they trick Derek into spending time with Alana that day. They have a fun time, they joke around a bit, they hang ornaments on the Christmas tree.
I had this one made to look like Norma's famous barbecue sauce. Isn't it cute?
But hold on, I thought her banana pudding was famous.
Hold on, just a second. Two things can't be famous.
Norma, too.
Oh, no. No, Norma is infamous.
Infamous is when you're more than famous.
Now, I know what you must be thinking. Hey, Kevin, I know she told us the entire history of her family at the beginning of the movie, but what if we forgot that now? You're in luck, because she now tells us by telling him the entire history of their family. Again.
Grandparents, they actually met in the 60s.
And this goes on and on.
They became best
Holy
friends.
cow, we've heard
Grandparents, they
this
actually met
already.
in the- I really want to give them a Christmas that they never forget. Sure, getting to spend Christmas in so many different countries was pretty amazing, no?
Normally, I would attribute this type of thing happening in a movie where they repeat the same stuff over and over as incompetence. I think this movie is an extremely well-designed, strategic movie. That's not a compliment. My theory is that all of this stuff is designed so that you don't really have to pay attention to the movie and you can still watch the movie. Kind of like a radio block where they happen in 15-minute segments. So you could jump in at any time and basically get the gist of what's going on. That way mom can go and take care of the kids. I just can't do it anymore. What do we got going on? Oh, here's a story about a girl whose life is so much better than mine.
And every year I would send a change of address postcard to the North Pole. I guess I thought that Santa wouldn't know where I was. I haven't thought about that in a long time.
I haven't thought about that since the last time I was trying to disarm a woman by making her feel like I'm just a child inside a grown man's body. All right, well, now, after the obligatory fruitcake joke comes back...
You're about to see another one of our yearly traditions, and this one is called Dodge the Loaf.
Wow, it just gets funnier and funnier the more people say it.
I made this just for you!
Basically, the next 10 minutes of the movie is so slam-packed filled with fluff that I could just skip right over it. So that's what we're gonna do. The gist of it is that Derek and her and the family all hang out, culminating in them telling him the deepest, darkest family secret. She tells him that there is a magic Chiefs Christmas hat that they wear in their family. Now, this Christmas hat was given to their grandfather by Santa Claus himself one day. He was told to wear it for Christmas, and then it would allow his greatest dreams to come true. So he wore it, and the Chiefs, I think, won the Super Bowl or something like that.
Because we only get to the Super Bowl if someone in our family wears the hat on Christmas.
Now, you may be saying,
Kevin, the Chiefs haven't gone to the Super Bowl every year. How do you account for that, Kevin?
I didn't make the movie, so don't blame me for this, but the movie is very, very intentional about explaining to you why there are discrepancies in the rules. That's basically most of the movie, is explaining these sorts of things. I have another theory about this. Probably a writer of Hallmark movies wrote this story, and then some sort of NFL fact checker went through it and made all of the real world statistics fit into the movie, and the movie had to adjust. And the way they adjusted is just by having the characters explain away all of the issues.
The new employee accidentally sold the hat.
Nicely done. So the hat was gone for the next 50 years. We never made it back to the Super Bowl.
Oh, I've always wondered why they didn't make it back to the Super Bowl.
A couple days before Christmas 2019, someone brought in a vintage hat.
I gave the man as much as I could for it. Then later, I realized
It was your hat.
Wait, you gave the man as much as you could before you even knew what it was?
Yeah, I just remortgaged the house because this guy came in with a hat. And then I found out it was our hat, so, that's lucky for me.
To sum it up, conveniently, every time the Chiefs have made it to the Super Bowl, this hat has been in their possession. And every time the Chiefs haven't made it to the Super Bowl, which is a lot of Super Bowls, the hat hasn't been in their possession.
Hank wore it in 2022.
I wore it in 2023, and that's when we knew for sure.
Now you get it? Yeah, you get it. You get it. Football.
What about when they made it to the Super Bowl but then still lost?
there are rules.
It is almost comical, if the movie actually was funny, how much expositional gymnastics is going on to try to explain this stupid magical hat.
It just gets them to the Super Bowl.
You can sense, you can smell the studio involvement.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta leave something up to the players, right?
Yeah, tell that to the refs. But, like a Grinch, Derek doesn't even believe the story about the hat.
Or else that would be insane.
You don't believe us, do you?
No.
I don't mean to, offend.
Yeah, the whole family looks at him like he's the crazy one. Yeah, that is red flag number 2 for me.
You know what? It's kind of getting close to closing time, so.
Oh. Okay.
So this makes Elena pretty upset. I mean, how could he not believe some fake story?
Thank you again for your help.
So because of this, she never wants to see him again. He's kind of like, all right, whatevs. Whatevs, Kevs, is what he says. And he's off. He goes back to work, you know. But wouldn't you know it? Wouldn't you know it? Christmas cat is here. This is my other Christmas cat. Her name's Jade. Christmas cat is here. All right, I'll let you go back to sleep. She's gonna go to sleep. Wouldn't you even know it? Derek has been given a new assignment for work. His department is handling the biggest fan of the year contest that Alana entered her family into.
Holy cow!
So they need to find the biggest Chiefs fan. They have 3 main options. The only funny joke in the whole movie.
I can't believe I get to meet Mahomes.
Some house that has a big Christmas display of the Chiefs.
Legendary.
Yes!
It's legendary.
And the third happens to be, you already know, but let's play along. Happens to be the main characters of the movie.
Holy cow!
So he has to go back to their store and talk to them. When he shows up, Elena is like, I never wanted to see you again, Derek. I want you out of my store. In fact, we've got a meeting right now with somebody from the Chiefs. So you got to get out of here before that person shows up right at this time. I can't because I also have a meeting. With who? With you. Oh, what?
Derek Taylor, Director of Fan Engagements, Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, this is almost as bad as somebody interrupting with the cheesy cameo.
Can I get this gift wrapped?
Ah! But she's still mad at him, so she's kind of like quizzing him on, you don't know anything about football.
Tell me 3 facts about him.
That's not necessary.
All right, I'll get you started. Hall of Fame quarterback, Super Bowl MVP, hosted Inside the NFL for 25 years.
Meanwhile, her parents, who actually want to win this contest, are like,
Don't do it, Elena. Don't, please. We need to win this contest. It's too important for us.
Are you on our side?
What was that?
Honey.
I'm sorry.
So after he's gone, she realizes she should have been nice to him because they need to win the contest.
I blew it. I shouldn't have let my emotions get the best of me.
But her mom is like, no. This isn't about winning a contest. This is about you finding love.
I think you're upset that you let yourself think that you'd met somebody special.
And she's like, yeah, sure. Yeah, that's it.
Honestly, I'd rather just focus on the shop. The shop is the only thing that I feel like I have even a little bit of control over.
I think you're supposed to put that line in your character description, not your dialogue.
Honestly, I'm just more annoyed at how we reacted to our story about the hat.
Let's look at this with a little bit of perspective. If this whole thing is about love and not about the contest, then, well, for one, you literally just met this guy. You get into a fight with him almost immediately because he didn't believe you about some sort of magical hat. A story that is reasonably not believable.
Not everyone believes in fate, sweetheart.
Okay, well, I want to be with someone who does.
Okay, but wait. Oh, hi. Hi. I just met you and I think I'm in love with you. Okay. Also, I have a magical hat. I don't believe you. What? You don't believe me? You're not the one for me. Get out of here. How could we ever work out if you don't believe in this unbelievable story? I'm still here for this, actually. Well, after a deep conversation with her family and some insightful introspection, she makes the decision that in order to win this contest, she's going to actually be nice to him.
All right, Christmas group hug.
let's all go marry Derek.
Meanwhile, Derek is talking with his boss and his coworkers, and they just love the story about the magical hat.
Telling their family story is really going to help bring the fans together, especially in the lead up to the Christmas Day game against the Eagles.
Streaming on Netflix on Christmas Day. Sunday, Christmas Day.
So you probably want me to go back and talk to them.
Oh, yes, as soon as possible.
I mean, you haven't been fraternizing with the contestants, have you? That would be a huge ethical violation, Derek. So Derek goes back to Alana's store to talk to her. She apologizes.
I am sorry for being a little bit salty.
Well, Derek seems like a pretty good guy, but tell you what, I'm gonna need just one more contrived Christmas scenario to really clench the deal for me.
Is there a game on Christmas this year, Daddy?
There is, actually.
Yes! Can we go?
Oh, it's sold out, sweetie.
No problem. I'll just ask Santa.
Ho ho! Actually, they've got Chiefs Christmas Day tickets half off over at Gimbals.
And I'll be right back.
So, of course, Derek goes up to the dad and gives him some free tickets. It's a Christmas miracle.
Look at you spreading your own Christmas magic.
All right. That was enough for me, but maybe not enough for Alana, because now we cut over to her talking to her mom, and her mom's once again trying to convince her that she should still go for Derek.
Come on, we can all see there's something between you and Derek.
Why are they working so hard for this?
Why do you keep fighting it?
We all saw it when you guys hung out those 2 times, and both times it ended in a fight. Well, Derek is at the Chiefs Christmas light display because he has to see all of the contestants before he puts in his vote for who the winner for biggest fan of the year is. Obviously, we know who he's gonna vote for since he's currently courting one of the contestants. Well, after he's done looking at the Christmas lights, he's got to go on a little walk to clear his head, and happens to come across Alana and her family. It's a Christmas miracle.
Derek, what are you doing here?
I was at a work thing.
It's quite a coincidence.
It's almost like it was all written up to be that way in a bad Hallmark script.
That's kind of crazy that you just showed up here.
Right?
Yeah.
It's kind of incredible.
But Alana can't let sleeping reindeer lie, and she has to bring up the hat again.
See, now things like this can happen, and maybe the whole hat thing isn't that far-fetched after all.
Oh, she's really preaching the gospel of this hat.
What is it going to take for you to fully believe?
I guess I just need to see some of that Christmas magic for myself.
And just like that,
Fair enough.
magic happens as we see poorly composited digital snow.
Okay, that's pretty good.
My God, maybe hat is real.
Wow, that was a short movie. Just kidding. Because let's not forget about the big contest, which is something that we all care about. So Alana goes with Derek to his office cameo party. Oops, Christmas party, I mean. And we finally get to meet Catrick Mahomes. Hey, I've got one of those. Here he is. Oh, Rocky boy. Ah, he's on my face. You like that cat? You see that? No, you don't like that guy, do you? You want me to change your name to Jared Poff? Jared Clough, perhaps? You want this treat? Yeah, he does. He loves that. Well, that's a good treat. Good boy.
Can we take a picture?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Contract obligation fulfilled. So Derek does something super romantic. He takes her to their family's seats in the empty stadium. So she gets to see the stadium in a way that most people don't get to see. And it is here she finally tells him something we've all been wondering all along. Why didn't the Chiefs go to the Super Bowl in 2021?
No one was wearing the hat that Christmas as we were at the hospital. Grandpa had a heart attack.
Because you never really know how much time you got.
So then they kiss each other on the lips. Ew. All right, we're gonna skip over all of this because it's just a date, and that's like grown-up stuff. Ugh. Obviously, they, fall in love some more and slip in a couple more hokey cameos.
Hey, Mayor Lucas.
Oh, hey.
Can't say no to Trent Green, so.
Oh boy.
Also thought that by now I would have what my grandparents and my parents have.
A boyfriend.
I mean, they're why I believe in fate. I see it in them.
You see it anywhere else?
I see it here, too.
Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, perhaps? So, as they're falling in love, they get together to watch the Chiefs play.
Oh, that sack. Hey.
And they lose.
How did we just lose?
We were the 14-point favorites.
And this is really disappointing, obviously, for everyone. But they're like, it's okay. We've had a great season. All that needs to happen is for all these other teams to also lose, and we'll be in good standing.
If the Dolphins, Browns, and Texans all win this Sunday, it would make the Eagles game on Christmas basically a playoff game.
They say all this football nonsense that I don't think any of the actors understand, but essentially, the Chiefs are doing all right.
All three of those Sunday games would have to end in huge upset.
But, wouldn't you know it, even though they said it wouldn't happen, it does happen.
I can't believe all those teams won.
Which makes the Christmas game super important.
Christmas Day game is officially a must-win.
As important as a playoff game. Important enough to be the climax of a movie.
Speaking of winning, isn't the Fan of the Year vote coming up?
I mean, isn't that why our daughter's dating you in the first place?
Don't you worry. As soon as I know, you guys are going to hear about it.
Well, smash cut to the day they're supposed to learn about the contest. And things aren't so Christmas.
Ugh, I feel like we should have heard by now. Oh, wait. What, Derek? The vote is in.
And?
I don't know. Oh, why isn't he texting me back?
Derek shows up at the store to let them know.
Did we win?
You won.
They won! They're the big winners of the biggest fan contest.
Everybody watching is going to know exactly how much you guys have all done for this team.
Thank you for making this happen.
I know it wasn't easy having to pretend to like Derek just so we could win this contest, but you really pulled through, Alana.
Later, Alana and Derek are at this public event because she won the contest. Football con, I guess. She's got the hat, and people are like, let me take a picture with the hat.
So sorry, we just don't let anyone outside of our family wear the hat.
And then they see Santa.
May I try it on?
Just kidding. That's your Christmas magic, not mine.
But that's when everything goes wrong. The hat gets stolen. Bum, bum, bum. We don't know who stole it. We don't know where it's at. A terrible situation that we're all in right now.
What if someone stole it so that we lose? I'm freaking out right now.
Come here, take a deep breath. If your family has taught me anything, it's that things have a habit of working out.
They have a family get-together Christmas Eve.
We said no Christmas gifts tonight.
It's not a Christmas gift, it's a Christmas Eve. Here you go. Pop this off.
It looks like a couple of the old seats from Municipal Stadium.
Those are from our row.
Derek, this is incredible.
This was your mom's. A lot of great memories in the seats. This means everything to me. Merry Christmas, sir.
I'm not crying. I'm just cutting some Christmas onions.
Say Chiefs.
Chiefs.
So she has to break it to her family that the hat is missing, but they're okay with it.
It disappeared, and I am so sorry. I will never forgive myself if I don't find it.
No, honey, it's okay.
Don't let it ruin your night.
We're not concerned in the least.
It'll turn up.
Just like it did before.
Turns out that she's the only one who bought into this crazy religion around the hat.
Does it seem like we're saying that the team only wins if Alana and her family wear the hats?
No, it doesn't. Nobody would think this except a crazy person. Like Alana.
No, we're saying the hat represents the magic that all the fans bring to the game.
We're not saying that the Chiefs can't win unless they have some sort of magical Christmas hat. We're not saying that the Chiefs need some sort of power outside of their own ability to play football in order to win.
I mean, that's what makes all this so special.
But then Derek and Elena are walking and they're talking about the magic hat.
Okay, if we haven't found the real one by now, I think we should just call the whole thing off.
And her faith in hat is so shook.
I don't want the entire Chiefs kingdom blaming us if we don't get to the playoffs.
That she's even starting to question her 1 week relationship with Derek. No!
Derek, if the thing that brought us together is gone, then maybe it's a sign that, I don't know, that none of this was meant to be.
And Derek really messes up.
What we have is real. This isn't some imaginary, silly hat.
Derek, my boy. What are you doing? Honestly, though, this is all a big red flag.
A silly?
No, I didn't mean
Just
to say that.
Just a silly hat.
Didn't mean it.
You never really believed in the story, did you? Look, if everything with that hat was a coincidence, then that means that everything else in life is just a coincidence. And that nothing is meant to be.
What are you talking about? Derek, please, save yourself.
I thought I was finally where I was meant to be. I guess I was wrong. It's okay. Good night.
So once again, one of her family members has to convince her that falling in love with Derek is far more important than hat.
I have faith in our team, hat or no hat. Don't you think they can win without our help?
Yeah, of course.
But can they win without our help and the refs rigging the games?
Flag at the 10. Got his left hand on his back. I don't know. Obviously, Mahomes thought he saw it. I don't love that call.
What if they lose?
I mean, they almost lost to the Carolina Panthers, and they're terrible this year. They don't have Cam Newton anymore.
Then they lose. Life goes on.
I believed that the hat was real.
It is to us.
That's all that matters.
Everybody just keeps saying how Derek and I got together because of the hat.
No, you keep saying that.
The magic is not in the hat. It's in what the hat represents. The belief that we're part of something bigger than ourselves.
All right, so this is literally a Christian movie, just about the Chiefs instead of Jesus. It's about Chiefs us.
I told Derek that I don't believe in fate anymore.
We still do.
So now it's time for the big Christmas Day game, where they will present the winners of the contest to all of the fans and all of the team at the stadium at the Christmas Day game. But she has lost so much faith in Hat that she doesn't even want to go out there. I mean, she's willing to go to the parking lot of the stadium, but not go on the field with the rest of the family. That's when this random Chiefs fan that's probably a cameo shows up.
Got your lucky hat?
I lost it.
Well, no worries. I've got my lucky socks. Haven't taken them off since last time we won at home.
And this kind of, I think, convinces her that every fan has their lucky something. Not having the hat is not actually all that important, and it finally breaks her from her big existential crisis. Think hat.
Hi, sorry. I'm Alana Higman. I'm fan of the year. Can you give me a ride?
So she races to join her family on the field and runs into Derek. Oh, good.
Come on.
Wow, and they're joined on the field by real Kansas City Chiefs players. I guess they couldn't get the most famous Kansas City Chiefs to join them on the green screen.
And there it is, the lucky Christmas hat. I don't actually have the hat anymore.
Burn her! Burn the witch!
So they're on the field way too long. It's actually inappropriate.
But we don't need it. The hat, just like Christmas, it is all about faith and love.
We don't
and
actually
coming
care.
together as a family.
Yeah, get to the game.
Oh, I didn't know FCA was gonna be here.
Christmas magic doesn't exist just in this one hat. It's in all of us.
That's when we see that the entire movie was a crummy commercial. Son of a...
Please look under your seats for a surprise Christmas gift.
It's poop. Don't look. Everybody has Chiefs Christmas hats. This is all just to sell hats? How dare you, the Chiefs? I thought you had some integrity.
The story of the Christmas hat isn't over. We just don't know what that ending is yet.
Let me get a little cameo from Wilfred Brimley.
Guys, we kind of need the field now.
I got diabetes.
Get off the field! What are you doing?
It was meant to be.
They get invited to like sit in the
Founder's suite.
press box or the nice area or something. I don't know.
Founder's suite.
I mean, I do. I know everything about football, but I don't know what the box is.
Founder's suite.
I'm actually a huge football guy.
Sweet.
So they're like, no, we are going to sit in our family seats. We believe in the family seats.
We will sit where we always sit.
There's an extra seat in our row if you want to sit with us.
You know, because Grandma died.
Your row has an empty seat.
Yeah, it was my Grandma Patty's.
We knew that one day the right person would come along to fill it.
I would always hoped it would be my second wife, but I guess you'll do just fine.
Santa shows up with the hat.
I believe you dropped this.
I already have mine, thank you.
Are you sure? Merry Christmas.
All right. Did he steal the hat? Seems like he might have. They never really address it. They're all fine with it, but I'm not. I am not okay with this. This is a big problem here.
I think I'm going to go get some of that hot cocoa.
You're gonna go get in some of that hot cocoa?
Getting some of that hot cocoa.
No, Santa, don't. And Grandpa remembers that that's the same Santa.
Go Chiefs.
Apparently this guy was Santa in 3 other Christmas movies. He's so bad. I thought he was some sort of former football player who's doing a cameo.
I can't believe it made its way back to us.
So you're gonna put it on for good luck?
No. I think we got all the Christmas magic we need.
What? No! You made us believe in the stupid magic hat. Now you're gonna act like it doesn't matter? That it's not important? But it is important. It's important to us because it was important to you. Even though it magically showed back up to you and proved to everyone that it is magic, you're just gonna not wear it? How dare you? This whole movie is spitting in the face of the magic of Santa and the magic of hat. I don't even know what to believe anymore. If only there was a more established religion connected to Christmas that I could take part in. Hey, you broke my candy cane. And then they all live happily ever after. Well, there you go, folks. That is Holiday Touchdown, a Chiefs love story. I might call it Conflict of Interest, the movie. I don't get it. How can she be in a relationship with the guy who's deciding who wins the contest? This is completely unfair to the rest of the contest winners. And then to go out and parade that in front of everybody. If I was Patrick Mahomes, I'd be ticked. So what did I think of this movie? Well, basically, it feels very manufactured. What isn't when it comes to the Chiefs? I'm kidding. Okay, I am saying that this movie feels fake. You know, the pitch was like, we've got all these girls who are now watching the Chiefs because they think Travis Kelce's super cute and they love Taylor Swift and our views are up. Let's cash in on that. Obviously, it all makes sense. but it's also bad. Maybe I'm playing into it because of course they're gonna make it bad. Maybe they're like, yeah, we cash in on the women who will watch it and actually cry and think that it's heartwarming and sweet. And they're cashing in on people who are like, this is dumb and stupid. People like me who will review it and give it attention. So I'm a part of the ecosystem. And I got out of Christmas nap for this. All right, well, thanks so much for watching. Thank you so much for sticking around and coming back and watching. I don't like the algorithm, I'll be honest with you. For me, I like that I can just, when I see a movie that I really want to review, I can jump in, I have time. If the stars align, so to speak, I like to jump in and make a video. And I love that people stick around and are like, hey, Kevin came out with a video. Love to see it. I don't want to play the algorithm. I don't want to do it. I don't enjoy it. And why would I do something that I don't enjoy? Well, I would if I was like getting paid, but I don't get paid. So this channel's a hobby that I get to come and make a video when I feel like making a video. And you guys are great for sticking around. So thanks you. Dang it. I was having a pretty good run and and I messed up. And now I'm going to have to make all sorts of cuts and edits there. And you're going to be like, what did he say in between there? Probably, that's my guess. Probably stuttered. Didn't say what he wanted to say. So we had to say it again. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. Have a wonderful Christmas. Good night.
If everything with that hat was a coincidence, then that means that everything else in life is just a coincidence.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. I don't like when the ball ends up like in the front like that. It doesn't seem right. It's incorrect. Reminds me of the elves from Christmas Story. Hurry up, the store's closing. Let's fart from the beginning.